today we're doing that video where I answer your questions as I do my makeup. This might turn out to be a very long video, so brace yourselves. Wherever you go and you find yourself in a place where you can talk about what you do, take loving God and discovering what loving God is. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for choosing to join me today. Today we are doing a very different kind of video. I'm coming at you. I have just laid my edges, so that's why the kitamba is here. We're at the studio, as you can see. We're going to be doing a Q&A, but we're also going to be doing makeup together. So a few of you have been asking me how I do my eyebrows mostly, and a few of you have also asked me to share my makeup routine. So I was like, okay, why not? So I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me questions, and you guys did not hesitate, and I'm here for it. In case I sound, because I feel like I sound weird, not like my normal self, it's because I think I'm coming down with a flu, because it feels like a flu, but also it doesn't feel like a flu, so I don't understand what's happening, and that's also why my eyes are a bit. But also maybe it's the perfect day to test whether the makeup will actually make me feel and look better. So I keep looking at the mirror there. It's because Ethan is seated right behind me, so in case you see me looking here, it's him I'm looking at. But anyway, so I'm going to link my morning routine video. That's where I've shown how I do my skincare. Get right into the makeup, no primer, no nothing, because we've already done that. So we'll get into question 1. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? I'm not gonna say the name. So are you in the field you studied for? How has career growth been for you since graduating? Because it's tough. Yes, first of all, I agree, it's tough. It's tough because so am I in the field that I studied in? Yes and no. I studied communication. I majored in public relations and advertising. I don't do advertising at all, of course, but I feel like I do PR once in a while, and you guys will understand hopefully, because there was another question about work, right? So I do PR, but not directly. Mostly I do digital, so I'm a digital strategist, social media manager. That's mostly what I do, but from time to time I'll find myself doing some PR work. We'll get into the eyebrows. I use this, I think it's Davis. I didn't even buy a new one for you guys to like prepare for the video nicely, but anyway. So this is the Davis. I use number 18 or number 40. This is a secret I use for my eyebrows, okay? So I start from, you see where the nose is over there? That's where I start. And then where this black thing is called, babe, this black thing is called pupil. Yeah, then where my pupil is where my arc is gonna be. And then when you put the eye pencil like this, or like even just with your finger, even just the finger over here is where that line is gonna end. So okay, so let's do this. Oh, it feels so weird because I've never done this before on camera, like trying to show guys. So literally just the goal for the eyes is to make them look like cousins or sisters, at least never like twins, because that's most times is usually very unachievable. Yeah, so oops, on top of that one. So we'll do that for the other side. The other thing that helps me is to make sure that the pencil is like really sharp. What do you guys think? So then after doing that, I fill them in. So very lightly you just stroke inside the, bless you, Nimekwambia ni homa. Pull them in very lightly. So there's something I forgot that's a very important tool here, and that's my, is it called the spoolie? Like a small brush. To get to this place, you do that. Like the strokes will now go up. Yes, that's actually how to say it. Strokes will go up. And the same for this other side. A lot of deliberation goes into goes into this process, especially over here. Just trying to see, are they looking like sisters, at least, like from the same family, same clan at least. And then we go in with, what brand is this? Illegal. Yeah, that's what it's called, the Illegal Pro Concealer. Usually I buy a color lighter, a shade lighter than my skin color, and then I use this to clean up the eyebrows. So just at the bottom. At the top, sometimes I would use the foundation I'm using so that it doesn't look like eyebrows zimebandikwa hapo. Do you get me? Start from over here. So we'll clean up the eyebrows and then I'll answer the next question. Best job I could get done today. So yeah, the eyebrows are done. It's interesting how most of these questions are actually related to what I do for work. So number 2 is, hi, did you go back to a 9 to 5? If so, how's the transition back? So this is a very interesting question, and I would get why you would think that I went back to a 9 to 5, because it feels like I went back to a 9 to 5, even to myself, but no, I did not go to a 9 to 5. So if you guys have been with me, you have seen me talking about me quitting employment, and then, so what I wanted to get into was consultancy, digital consultancy. So I've not gone to school for digital, but digital is something that you can learn digitally. Basically, there are many courses online and many accreditation. I can't say there are so many accredited. No, but the tense is wrong, babe. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. I had taken that period after COVID when I quit my job, blah, 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 to just learn about digital. And I'm always learning every day because digital is something that keeps evolving over time. So I got a couple of clients. Of course, it was like my first, like getting into it the first time. So it wasn't easy. And that's a question I've gotten like in my DMs some time ago. How do I get clients? To be honest, it was just word of mouth. This is what I do. So you just create opportunity for yourself. Wherever you go and you find yourself in a place where you can talk about what you do, take it. And as I say this, I'm also talking to myself, because sometimes I have held back because I'm shy of talking about what I do. It's like I'm begging for a job or like asking for a job directly, but I really don't care. Like, I want the job. Yes, I'm looking for the job. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so that's how I started, just word of mouth, and then referrals, people like my friends who knew what I was doing, and then they'll see an opportunity and tell me, hey, what do you think, blah, blah, blah. So I got this client, and it was a very good client. It was my first big paying client for digital marketing, for consultancy. Yeah, so I got into it, and then, so it's an agency. It's very complicated. It's also an agency, so it's very demanding, and I go to work. You guys have heard me talking about going to work, so that's the place I go to once a week. That's what happened. And I kind of, when I got this client, because it was very demanding and it was also like a well-paying one compared to even the other ones that I had been doing, the digital marketing clients that I had, I kind of relaxed, so I stopped looking for more jobs. So So yeah, so that's what happened. Right now I want to get into social media management because I realized people do not understand what digital marketing is. If I start talking, because I'm very passionate about digital marketing, when my friend Anne and I get together, we could talk for hours because she's also very passionate about it. Could go on and on and on. So let's stop there. Next up, we're gonna do the eyes. I'm recreating a monochrome look. You guys saw that in a vlog previously. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply concealer. One thing about me, I'm not very creative when it comes to makeup. So when I find a look that works, I will use that look until kingdom come. Let's go for a monochrome look. So that means just one color on the whole eyelid. So in regards to work, actually, I manage social media pages. It could be personal, but I rarely get into personal unless it's like someone in the corporate, like a CEO and stuff. That's mostly what I've done. So yeah, if you know a CEO who needs their social media managed, you can get in touch with me. Also, I do it for small businesses, and yeah, I'm kind of venturing out even more. Hopefully you guys will know what I'm talking about next year, but yeah, that's what I'm getting into. Oh, I wasn't supposed to. Actually, I was. So this is the brush that I use for my foundation, but I use it for almost every other thing. I have this beauty blender, but I'm not a fan of it. Not so much. Oh yeah, it's this one. This one, and we're gonna do a monochrome look. Do you, boo-boo? So it's pretty simple, guys. One thing about a monochrome look is that there's no, like, if you get it right, because you can have a monochrome look but look like a clown. We can all agree. But if you get it, you've gotten it. Yeah, literally. If you get it right. So make sure you don't cross the, see, you don't cross over there. Oh, there's a step I forgot, but we can manipulate. Some of this gold eyeshadow at the top so that it's like shiny at the top, you know. So over here, so that it's not just your eye and then your, can you see that? It's very brief, but it's there so that you don't look ridiculous. See that? It's like kind of dark but kind of shiny. I don't know if you guys can see it, but hopefully it will make sense. At the end. I got many questions about tattoos and what I think it is, if it's right, if it's not, for a Christian. And I know tattoos are a very sensitive topic. It's one of those topics that I feel like it's very, okay, at least for me, it's very personal. Because I know in the Bible, in the book of Leviticus, it says that you shouldn't engrave anything on your skin, something like that. I'm gonna read it actually so that we have context. But do you know the same Bible actually says, and I know I was even afraid to talk about this on my channel, to be honest, because for me the decision, I only have one tattoo and I only have one more to go and then I'll be done with tattoos. Because I remember before I put it, people used to say, oh, it's addictive, if you just can't get one. If you get one, you want to get the other one, blah blah blah. But it's been like 2 years, actually 3. What? It's been 3 years and I haven't gotten another tattoo, and I know I won't. I'll just get one more, and that's because when I made the decision to get tattoos, I knew exactly how many tattoos I wanted and why I wanted them and what the tattoos were going to be and where I want them, So for me, I just didn't wake up one day and decided I wanted a tattoo. It's something that I had been thinking about for a very, very long time. I prayed about it. Yeah, believe it or not, I prayed about it, because I don't take the Bible lightly. Some people say it's in the Old Testament, so it wasn't relevant to us, blah blah blah. But I also like to say, have we looked at the context of that verse? Because do you know the same Bible, I think it's in, is it Psalms or Isaiah or Ephesians? I'll get it right. But the same Bible actually says that God has our names tattooed on his palm. I know it could be literal, it could be not literal. Really, I'm not gonna say if it's a yes or no, if you should get a tattoo or not, because it's not my place to say that. It's very personal. So let me just read all the questions about tattoos. How do you feel about the analogy that Christians shouldn't have tattoos? Your interpretation of what the Bible says about tattoos. First of all, I love your tattoo. Do people at church make you feel wrong for having it? That's an interesting one. What's your take with regard to beliefs related to tattoos? Is it godly? So, like I said, it's not my place to say whether it's right or wrong. For me, it's what inspired me to get that tattoo and what the tattoo means to me. So my tattoo is literally, it's right here. And I remember when I got it, and of course the only other hesitation that I had was my mom. Because I know it's a very, like, it's like, why? Like, ungeka to bila tattoo, you get. So I remember, and I've never told her this, but I don't know, she watches my videos, but when I got the tattoo, and then of course, you see, right, mine is right here, like, you can't hide it, and I wanted it here so that I could look at it and remember. So my tattoo says, love God, live happy. And this is a statement that I believe was a revelation to me. I think when I was in high school, like in my Form 4 and through campus, and even right now, I try to live by it. So, and I've said this before, living happy doesn't mean like living your best life, you have no problems going on and whatever. For me, it's just the joy of loving God and discovering what loving God is. And even now to marriage, like, the only way I can know how to love my husband is if I love God, and then God will reveal to me what loving my husband looks like. Or if I want to get into something, even in terms of work, I don't get into something just because I know how to do it and I feel like it's the right thing to do. I always have to consult God. And for me, that consultation, that relationship, for me, that's what loving God is about. So yeah, that's, you guys are asking questions that are passionate, so I could go on and on for like 30 minutes. But yeah, so that's why I got the tattoo. What does the Bible say actually? You shall not make any cuts in your body for the dead, nor make any tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord. But I want us to, and because we don't have all day, I'm not gonna get to what the Bible says before that, but I feel like he was addressing a certain group of people. To be honest, I prayed about it. Even before I got the tattoo, I was like, is it the right thing I'm doing? I also asked myself things like, am I going to regret? Because now, if, for example, getting a tattoo of, before I was married, my boyfriend's name, like, there's so many possibilities of things going wrong. And even right now, I don't think I would get Ethan's name tattooed on my hand. Like, I don't know. For me, it's the what and it's the why. And And yeah, so I made peace with my what and my why, and that's why I got my tattoo. So yeah, that's my view about tattoos. Josmaya actually also talks about tattoos. I'm gonna leave her someone down below, and she actually got a tattoo, and I think she's 79, and she got it like last year, and her husband also got a tattoo, and he's 82. So for her also, she has different reasons, and that's why I'm saying this is one of those personal things that I wouldn't say, you know, this is why. I hope I spoke into that question of tattoos. So I was telling you guys about my mom's reaction. Hi mom. I wonder what is going through her mind. I should probably have that conversation with her now. But I got the tattoo, and then so I went through the healing process without her knowing. And then I was just wearing a t-shirt, and I anticipated it because it was just right there. So I was just there, we were just talking, and then she saw the tattoo, and then she was like, I don't even remember how that conversation went, but she didn't, because first of all, one thing about tattoos, it's permanent, like it's there, so what can you do? I don't know, she gave me grace, and I think she understood. I don't know, maybe we should ask her. I'll ask her, and then I'll let you guys know. Or mom, you can comment. Maybe that should be one of your comments, because my mom is very faithful. Like, she watches my videos, you guys. She's like my #1 fan. What? It's been 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna clean up. Babe, what would you say about tattoos?
What do I think about tattoos? I think it's depends with your conviction. I personally would not judge someone who has a tattoo because I feel like it's what you put. Yeah, I think it's more just about.
It's personal.
Yeah, personal conviction.
I hope you guys can hear Ethan, but yeah. So if our kids came to you and they had tattoos of like random things, what would you do? Or actually, a better question is, even to myself, if my kid asked me why I put this tattoo, or like, can I get a tattoo, what would be your question? What would be your, because Ethan also has 2 tattoos.
What? I'll be like, yeah, sure, what do you want to do?
Even if they're like in class 8.
No.
Yeah, so I think it should be at an age where they're
really conscious about
yes, like ni mtu mkubwa, like it's an adult who can make choices on their own. I mean, someone who's in class 8, hello, you still have a long way to go and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, guys, so I'm gonna cut it off here so that I do my lashes. Of course, I can't do that. Some people do actually, but you know, like I said, or maybe I didn't. But in case you did not figure that, I am not a makeup artist. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gents, we're gonna go to the next question. There's a question here that has made me smile, but let's first do this. Wow, I'm gonna answer 2 maybe, so that we get this done. When you feel disconnected in your marriage, what do you do to reconnect? That's a very good question, and I don't think disconnected is the word I will use, but I think one thing I have learned, and we have also learned in marriage, is that you have to be very intentional about whatever. Oh, did we notice my lashes, by the way? Did we? A moment for the lashes.
Did you show them how you did it?
No. In marriage, and I think in anything really, is that you have to be very intentional. So listening to each other and hearing what that person is saying, and if you can't do something about it, do that thing. So I think being in touch with your marriage in the sense of, what is he saying? What does he love? What can we do? And things like date night. Although Instagram has really, I don't know what word to use, but it has really come in the way of date night. But anyway, yeah, date night, things that you enjoy doing together, listening to your partner and doing what they actually love doing, and hearing them out and doing something about it. If you are not hearing and listening and actually doing something about what your partner is saying, it's also a contribution. It can be a contribution to you feeling disconnected, because if, say, I'm the one who's trying to put across a point, I'll feel like he's not hearing me, he's not understanding me, he doesn't even care, and things like that. So being in touch with like intentionality. And the other thing I think is communication. I used to hear this a lot before we got married, that communication is a very big, it's very big in marriage, and I never used to understand the intensity of it. So would recommend communicating. So I feel like those are the two things that I would say I have done, or like I do. The other question is very kind and sweet. How are you doing? How is life taking you lately? So let's see. I was sharing with my friends that I think I'm in my silent girl era. Like, I don't have much to say. To my friends, to God, to anyone, I just feel like I'm very quiet. I'm in a period where I'm very quiet and very very zen, so to say. So I'm doing well. Last month took a blow on me, a really good blow on me, because of work mostly, but I'm doing better now, I think. Yeah, I'm actually doing better now. I'm excited for the festive season. I don't know how that looks like though, because I'm really trying to kind of figure out what we're going to do for Christmas. Yeah, I'm one of those people who wasn't really into Christmas, but it's going to be nice to just have a culture that we establish, for our little family. So yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Thank you very much for asking. So yeah, I think we can do, okay, let me answer another question and then we're going to go to the foundation. When did you know that life without me would be boring? The moment you went overseas and left me, then I knew. This is my friend. Yeah, so we'll get into the foundation. I use the Maybelline. Actually, I use mostly Maybelline products because the powder is Maybelline. I rarely use powder though these days, and that's because this is in the shade Caramel, and my foundation is so this is Maybelline Fit Me powder. And then I rarely use powder because this foundation, I need some water. Yeah, so I rarely use powder because this foundation is very mattifying, and I like a shine that it leaves on my skin. So, but maybe today I'm gonna use powder just for purposes of this video and whatnot. So this is the Maybelline Superstay, the shade 340 Cappuccino. This foundation has stayed for almost 2 years, you guys. It's about to run out, and I'm afraid the price will have gone up by $1,000,001. So it's almost done, actually. You can see. Maybe I can look at a question, because foundation is not that hard to do, and then I'm gonna be doing it as I answer this question, which is asking, are you pregnant? Babe, you wanna take that one?
Yeah, I've been pregnant for a while. Pregnant with purpose.
Ethan talking.
Before she's completely delivered. But yeah, that's
we also don't quite have the EDD, right?
The when now?
The expected
Time of delivery. Or day of delivery. That's what EDD. Yeah.
I don't know if it's expected or estimated, something like that. Yeah, so my question to you guys would be, why are people so obsessed with other people's pregnancy? Like, why? Why? Please help me understand.
I can, because it's like, it's good news, it's happy news.
But why don't you? Okay, I think actually asking, "Are you pregnant?" is a better, is good. Some people have been in my DMs like, "Congratulations." I'm like, who even told you I'm pregnant? Like, okay, are you the father to the child? Even if it's girls who are mostly asking me that. Actually, yeah, it's only girls. First of all, since I got married, no, I'm not gonna say that. I changed my mind. So, yeah, I think for me, asking, "Are you pregnant?" is even a better problem than you coming to me and being like, "Congratulations." I'm like, excuse me, did I miss something? Help me understand. I guess we'll just wait to find out. Anyway, I just don't understand the obsession of, if you're married, you have to be pregnant, or we should be expecting you to be pregnant soon. Anyway, we'll wait to see. We'll wait to see if I'm pregnant or not. 9 months from now, zikiisha na kuna nini namea, then we'll know. So edges are laid. Although here I cooperate sana. Unajua hata hakuna edges mob, because I don't usually have edges. So nikishukwa, it's even worse to find edges to lay. How was it when you were introduced to your spouse's parents, and how was it getting along with Ethan's friends and vice versa? Also parents and friends. First of all, when I was going to meet Ethan's parents, I was very, of course they knew about us, they knew we were dating, nini. So I was very, I don't know what word to use, but I wasn't fearing and I wasn't shy, but I was wondering, like, so what can I wear? What are we gonna say? Are they gonna like me? What's their first impression? Blah, blah, blah. And I remember telling Ethan, and he was like, just be yourself. So that's what I'm gonna tell anyone who thinks or who is wondering, so, how does this thing go, or how can I best impress my parents? Because this is someone you're marrying, so it's going to be the rest of your life. So what will happen? Like, they'll just wonder, Allah, where is the girl we met? So you'd rather just be yourself from day one. I mean, amechagua bibi na sasa itabidi wamempenda, but of course there are things that Ethan is saying exactly.
Because I think the reason why people say just be yourself is because they have fallen in love with you. It doesn't, like,
it's not gonna change.
Yeah, what your parents think about you is not really what's going to tell them now. Like,
whether it's a yes or a no.
That is actually a situation that they'll tell you need to dress up like this.
Yeah.
But I personally didn't tell you to do that because I was just like, I'm going to introduce you to my future wife, not
the other way around.
Should I?
Yeah. Should I? I like that. So you have had it.
They should love you.
Yeah. I like that. A good example actually is when I was going to introduce Ethan to my mom. Ethan had dreadlocks. Ethan has pierced his ears. And all of these are things that my mom used to tell me, don't bring me a guy who sags. Like kitambo, before I even started dating, like seriously. Not a guy who sags, not a guy who has dreadlocks, not a guy who ametoboa maskio. And all of these things, my dear husband had them.
Your husband sags.
Oh no, except except sagging, of course. Ethan does not sag. I was like, okay, this is the man I have loved, but these are the things that my mom said that she doesn't want me to bring. But so for a moment I was like, gay. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is the man that I have decided to marry. But my mom was very gracious, and over time Ethan alikuwa amechoka na dreadlocks zake. Like, it was nothing related to anything, because my mom didn't go like, you should shave your dreadlocks, or before you marry her you should do this and that. So yeah, so in between the process, Ethan shaved his hair. In fact, I cried when he was cutting his dreadlocks. And yeah, so for me, for us, it was a very, our parents had so much grace for us, and I think because they were supporting our decision, it was not hard to get through them. So how was it getting along with Ethan's friends and vice versa? I remember Ethan sharing that in his group of friends, they had said that, who are now our mutual friends, of course, that they wanted someone cool to join the gang. So I think I won it, guys, because I'm still with him. They still like me. So I think I'm a cool person. Like, I could leave Ethan with one of my friends, like my really close friends, and they would have a conversation without me having to be there. And I feel like that's how you know whether people are comfortable with each other, because I can be with Ethan, like I can leave him like with my friends and they say nothing to each other until I come. So it's like I'm the only unifying factor. But I thank God, because for our friends, both his and mine, it's been very mutual, to be honest. So it's not been a struggle at all. For our family, of course, we're still getting to know some of our family, but Ethan has bonded. Like, I'm so amazed at how Ethan has bonded with my family, you guys. Like, they even talk to each other without me being there. Like, they even call each other more than I call them, which is really good. Like, I even told him I'm so impressed, because we went to family function in Meru, and Ethan, of course, they had come to the wedding, but in the wedding you rarely remember people, especially if you don't know people. You will rarely remember that people came, So I remember so when we went to Meru early this year, we had this family thing. It was the first time Ethan was going to meet my cousins and most of my family. So, but he did so well, because Ethan is he's very introverted. And let me tell you, Ethan can keep to himself mpaka ushangae kama, is there anyone next to me? If he doesn't know you, yeah, it's gonna be a struggle, unless now like you guys click. So he clicked with my family so well, and I'm so happy, guys, because this is my family. They're not going anywhere. So if they bond, it's even good, it's even better. It's the reception for me. Like, they're so excited to have me in their family and whatnot. So, and also it helped that we met like during I think our Russia was the first time we met family, and then of course the wedding, and then after we've had a few meetings here and there. I count it a blessing, for sure. Some blush and highlighter and we'll be done. The other question is, how is it dating as a born again Christian? Just like the other, ama complicated? It's not hard if you're I think the Bible says, do not be unequally yoked. So if your belief systems are the same, and if you believe what inspires you is the same, like in terms of Christ and like what you want to do and purpose and whatever. So I feel like if it's like that, it's not hard. But of course, just like any other thing in Christianity, the devil is always trying to fight you, and us guys went through the most in our relationship. We probably will talk about it sometime, but Ethan and I think broke up and made up for like I think 4 times, and the final one was actually so real, like it was very real. So yeah, we had our challenges, but I think it was easier for us because first we understood what was inspiring us in terms of Christ, and we want to please Christ, we want to live purpose together. And purpose is one of those things that it can be complicated, because it's like, what is purpose? How do you know purpose? And questions like that. But I think it's definitely easier to date. Like, if you're a Christian, just date a believer. Yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily say that it's easier to date as a born-again Christian, but I think it's better to just be of the same mind and the same heart and the same heart. Wow, these questions are many. Okay. The other question is, how has marriage how has marriage life been for you? Were your expectations met? It's actually been a year. I could say so much about how marriage has been, and we're actually talking about it this morning, and we're saying we should actually do a video just to talk about how marriage has been for us. We do my highlights.
As we do your highlight,
how has marriage been for you? Were your expectations met? Actually, I don't think I had.
Superseded. This is the meaning I was telling you.
Oh.
It was superseded, and I don't think that like it's. I'm even 0.00001 of the
experiencing.
what marriage is.
Wow.
Yeah. So it has superseded or succeeded, exceeded.
Yes, what? That's the word.
Exceeded my expectations. There's a lot to learn. It's very much growing. It helps you to. It really helps you to look at yourself, like your character, who you are as a person. Doesn't she look so beautiful?
Doesn't she?
I mean, my God, yes. It's due to the dead jail story now.
Yeah, marriage is a very beautiful thing, and one thing about marriage, I feel like it will amplify who you are. So if you're not ready to meet your real self, do not get married. Yeah, marriage really exposes you as a person even before. And you know, there's this thing of, I want him to be like this, I want him to be like this, but are you that person to your partner? So I find myself, marriage has a lot to reveal about yourself. But it's been really good. It's been very beautiful just having someone to do life with, to be honest, because it can be very rewarding, and sometimes it can be hard. Life in general can be hard, and just remembering that we're in this together, we can do this, and blah blah blah, kind of makes it better. So marriage has been good. Would recommend. That was highlighter. I use this palette that I got, I think, when I was in maybe like my 3rd year of campus. So I use this. These two are the ones I use for, as you can see, at Meisha. Those two are the ones I use as highlighter. So I just apply and. Hi Chabet, how does one spot mentor couples in the beginning of a relationship? That's a good question. So for us guys, how did we even land of Kinaswela and Curtis? Because for me, one thing I wanted, actually this is the answer. I wanted a couple, and it doesn't have to be like that, but I wanted a husband and a wife. And here's why: because I feel like I can comfortably talk to Soila, and Ethan can comfortably talk to Curtis, and we don't have to be in the same room, but Curtis will tell him what will benefit him. The marriage. So Ethan and I together, right? Because I feel like they drew from the same well, you know. So as they talk to you, as they inspire you, as they help you through like any challenges you might be going through or whatever, they're drawing from the same place. So it won't be contrary to another person's opinion, even if I'm not in the room, even if Soila is not in the room and Curtis is talking to Ethan separately. So I feel like I wanted a couple so that it's coming from the same, it's streaming from the same well. I don't even have a better way to say it, but I think that's why for me it was very important to have a couple, like a husband and a wife. So, and also the thing about your best couple, I think it's, for me, it doesn't end at the wedding. It continues even after, because actually it's even bigger after, because you know you're doing this thing called marriage. You know, the wedding is just one day, it will come and go, but you have marriage to go. So how I think just approach them and try to see if they're willing to. I don't know if it's important to have an expectations conversation. We didn't quite have that, but it kind of just gelled in. But I also think that you have to be very intentional with your with your parent couple, with a couple that should mentor you, because they have life going on, and not in a bad way, but you can't expect them to always be like, so mko sawa, so nini, so you have to also come out of that place and be intentional. And I feel like that mostly stems from you as the child couple. Of course, the parent couple or like your mentor couple can initiate or can drive the conversation, but I feel like you also need to show the interest and show the value that you get from them, so that it's a relationship that's growing.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
What would you do in the case maybe like one of your followers say that they wanted you, like maybe they've been watching you and they really like the way you carry yourself,
Uh-huh.
and they say to you, we would like you and Ethan to be our parent couple.
Yeah.
Or even like like you guys to walk with us.
In case you guys can't hear Ethan, he's asking, what would I do if one of my followers came to me and asked he and I to be their mentor couple? I think I would want to get a history of their relationship. Like, do you have like a spiritual covering? How long have you guys dated? Just like like just getting to know them as a couple. And I think that's how it goes even with a relationship. So I would want to get to know them, but I wouldn't say no, because for me, honestly, one of the other things that I'm actually on social media, which will be shocking because I've never said this online, I like having. There's some of you who have reached out to me, and I don't know if they're on Instagram, I mean on YouTube also, but some ladies have reached out to me, opening up to me and just wanting to work with me or for me to help them in a certain way. And for me, that brings me so much joy. Just being on social media and to be able to have meaningful relationships like that. And even it's usually very humbling for someone to come to me and be like, I look up to you in this area and I would like you to help me in this sense. It's usually very humbling. And yeah, by all means, I think I wouldn't say no. At least also if they subscribe to what I subscribe to. So if someone is not a believer, I wouldn't want to be the one to imposing what I believe in and why you should do the things that you should do and stuff like that on you. I feel like it should be we should be maybe like reading from the same page, and then we can grow together from there. If I came up to you and told you one of my followers wanted us to be their mentor couple,
I think, like you said, I like what you say, that we have to be from like in the same script. Like we have to be reading from the same script.
Yeah.
We are believers, so it would be kind of hard for us to walk with someone who does not believe in the same thing.
Yeah.
But I think, and then obviously for us, because of the covering that we sit under, I think also I would definitely I would definitely introduce them to our
bishop. Or like
not
our church.
Not that now they would have to change churches.
Yeah.
It's just that for me it's an accountability because I think it's a sermon that was preached either it's a sermon that was preached by a bishop, and I think I've had also Nani say, what's his name?
Fatik.
Not Fatik.
Jakes.
The one who died.
Miles Monroe.
That even people who mentor have mentors. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like even they submit to an authority or someone. You get.
All right. We're doing good, and we're actually done with the makeup. Maybe just the lips remaining, but I'm thinking we just do like a gloss look. What do you guys think? Do you think you'll get triplets? Get out! When are you throwing down for me? Anytime, girl, anytime. That's my friend.
These people you're just throwing down for.
Ethan always says that I'm always hosting, and he inampatanga tu by surprise. Oh, okay, sawa. Nothing to know, but you and Ethan look so cute together. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Gracias.
Gracias. Whether you engaged in intimacy, or whether you engaged in intimacy during your dating life, babe. Did we? No, we did not. Yeah, it's one of those things we said until he puts a ring on my finger. Yeah, because, and that's what I was addressing earlier. Like, if you are unequally yoked, if you come from different belief systems, it's going to be hard for you to convince your partner that, you know, this can happen. So how old are you? Over 25. I'm over 25 but under 30. I can't believe I've gotten to that point in my life where age is just like, why are you asking though? Anyway, I think this is the last question. How long did you date before getting married? 2 years. Yeah, we dated for 2 years, we were engaged for 1 year, and then got married, and we've been married 1 year. Like,
for a year, we were engaged for a year.
Oh yeah, we dated for 1 year, engaged for a year, married for 1 year, and we have forever to go, baby. So yeah, guys, that's it. That video is probably the longest sit down video I've done alone. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for the questions, and thank you for being here. Please remember to subscribe. Like I said in the last video, it's been 3 years. Some of you have been watching my videos all that time but have never subscribed. I hope this is the one that makes you subscribe. If not, we hope for the best, but I hope you'll subscribe, guys. I hope you'll subscribe. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this video. My throat is sore from talking though, because it's been a long video, but I don't mind. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for the love. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment what surprised you from what I said. What do you think about the things I said? Like, if it's tattoos, what are your thoughts? If it's marriage, what are your thoughts? You know, all that good jazz. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye, guys. So I just had an idea. Okay, Ethan just had an idea.
I was about to go like, bro, thanks for the credit.
Ethan just had an idea that I should make this something that I do often. So I talk to you guys, or I talk about something, and as I do my makeup. So and I'm thinking that's not too bad, not too bad, not too shabby. And I actually forgot to do highlight on my nose, so it's good we're here. So, and I'm thinking it's actually not a bad idea, it's actually a good idea, right? You guys, what do you guys think? So I'm thinking, please leave me if you think it's a good idea, say yay on the comment section. If it's not a good idea, just don't say anything, or maybe say no. The nose is doing the talking. So, and I'm thinking it's not a bad idea. So I would like for you guys to help me, and this is how you're gonna help me. You're gonna leave me topics or things that you would want me to talk about. So if it's being a wife, womanhood, I don't know, something that you would want me to talk about, just leave it in the comment section, and then we can make this a thing. Like I do makeup as I talk to you guys, and you know, we can have a good time. I think it's a good idea. So yeah, now it's goodbye for real. Bye, guys. See you. I forgot to share. I know this will come up. This is the gloss I'm wearing currently. It's the simple CBD gloss, done for I think 50 bob or 100 bob. Uko to the boys. So that's the gloss I'm currently wearing. I like it because it's sticky, so it stays for a long time. Bye guys, we'll see you guys on my next video.